Well, I first heard about it from a student in one of the encampments at Queen Mary's, because the word had gone round that there was going to be a protest here in Altar Valley Park. So I came down to that protest, and that's when I heard about the way in which students who had been protesting against the quota system operated in Bangladesh had been cut down initially by if I can say so, thugs from the government party, and then by the police, and then the repression by the government of the police and the army. And as a socialist, I have all of my life really, I've tried to stand with people who are fighting for change, fighting oppression, and fighting authoritarian governments. So for me, I remember when Bangladesh fought for its independence and supporting that struggle for independence. So now the struggle for freedom continues, and just as I'll be marching tomorrow with Palestine and protested a week ago over Tommy Robinson in central London, I will support, and Socialist Worker will support, the struggles to bring about change in Bangladesh. And we need to get the repression lifted in Bangladesh, and we need to see change there too. And a couple of weeks ago, when I heard what was happening in Bangladesh, it's equally horrifying when you see the authoritarian government of Hasina, who turns the full force of the army and the police on students who are simply protesting for social justice. Because from what I can understand, the demand that all public jobs should be made available to everybody on merit is such a simple, straightforward demand that everybody should simply get behind. And to discover that people who make a peaceful demand like that end up being cut down. But I've heard just today about people being rounded up, being thrown into the river, helicopters dropping people out of helicopters, that kind of murderous tactic actually being used on protesters in Bangladesh. The internet then being cut off, so we can't get access to what is actually happening in the country, because we all know that we know about Gaza precisely because of the social media and the news which actually comes out. So I just want to say, wherever there is an act of injustice, whether it is in Gaza, whether it is in Sudan, whether it is in Bangladesh, we actually have to unite together in order to protest against those injustices. And I personally think we also have to organise to get a different kind of society in this world. We need a world which is based on people's needs, where people get fed, they get shelter, we actually stop damaging the environment, where we take care of one another.